Well, I picked up a new pressure washer. Over here on the right, we've got a Champion 3200 PSI pressure washer with the Honda GX190 engine. So the one here on the left is a Craftsman that I've had for a very long time. I even got it used, and it's been a great unit. Always starts up. I never had to mess with it, cleaning the carburetor or anything like that. But the pump recently went out, and it was going to cost about 400 bucks to get a new one. And this whole unit right here cost $350. So I got it at Home Depot, and I've been looking at them for a little while. They went on sale from $429, so I decided to pick one up. If you stay to the end of the video, I'll do a time lapse of me putting it together. It was pretty simple. I only needed two different size tools, a 12 and a 10. The only issue that I ran into was actually there were two nuts missing, and that was for the motor mounts over here on the left-hand side. So see those two rusty nuts? I had to put those on there. They were missing. It's an M8 nut, but I don't remember the thread pitch. I think it was 1.5. I had them laying around. I'm a full-time mechanic, so it wasn't a big deal for me. But I could see that as being kind of a pain in the butt for the regular user. It did take me 13 minutes to put it completely together just like you see here. I haven't run it yet. We're about to prime the thing and let the engine run, and then we're gonna wash on this tow truck a little bit here just to kind of see what it'll do. This is kind of what I'll be doing with it, just cleaning vehicles and stuff like that. So one cool thing about the GC series of engines is they use an internal timing belt and their overhead valve, so they're really lightweight. This whole machine here weighs, I mean, probably less than half what that machine does. I can pick this thing up with one hand, which is kind of cool. So and it's putting out more pressure, so you can see 3200 psi versus 2800. They're both 2.5 gallons per minute, but we get that accomplished with a much smaller engine, so I'm guessing they have a more efficient pump. The pumps are still the same style, but anyway, this one probably just works a little bit different. This thing has a 1 gallon detergent reservoir. There on the bottom you can see it came with all 5 of those nozzles and this small hose here. One of the things I probably won't use is the hose. It's only 25 foot long and it feels kind of dinky. I've got this big hose from my other unit that I'll probably be using with this. The wand and everything, I mean, seems like it's decent quality. I've used Champion in the past. I've used their generators. I've got some generators that run on gas or propane, and they are excellent. They also have electric start. They've been very good units. So anyway, that was what prompted me to buy this one here. The price, the efficiency, and my past experience with Champion being a pretty good brand. So let's go ahead and put the camera in the tripod, and we'll get on to the next. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is we're going to prime the engine oiling system. So I've got the water turned off and I've got the engine off, and we're just going to pull it a few times, make sure we've got oil all over the internals. Oops, accidentally flipped the switch on there. So you don't want to start these things without water. Shouldn't have done that. Okay, now we'll go ahead and turn the water on and we'll run this thing. Okay, water is on, switch is on, choke is on. May not have to use the choke. thing seems to work pretty good. You can see over on that left-hand side there, where I was washing at. This thing is pretty gross, and stuff's been caked onto it for a good while. It definitely puts out a lot more pressure than my other washer ever did. I can tell just by just that short bit. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to run this thing for about 10 minutes and then let it cool down without running any water through it. And then I'm going to do a decibel test. I'm going to take a reading from this machine to my old machine, because my old one was definitely a lot louder than this, and I'm kind of curious to see what the difference is. Alright, I let this engine run for a while to get it broken in, did some washing with it, did some sound metering. Up close here, while not using the washer, it's 85 decibels. And then it went up to 86 while using the washer at 5 feet. From 25 feet away, we were reading 83 decibels without washing, and up to 85 decibels while washing. It's definitely not bad at all. One of the quieter washers that I've used, really comfortable to use. I don't think I'd use ear protection while I'm using this at all. I'd probably just have headphones in, listen to some music. That's pretty much it for right now. I'm gonna have to run this thing for a while before I can give a really good in-depth review. So stay tuned if you want to see that. I'll definitely do an update video once I've got some more hours on it. Overall, it seems like it was fantastic for the price. It was definitely a lot better deal than buying a $400 pump for my old washer. So stay tuned. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. Thanks for watching.